One common question that we get from parents of kids of special needs here at Doman International is, why can't my child walk yet? Why is it that my kid with special needs, with cerebral palsy, with developmental delay, why hasn't he or she learned how to walk yet? And obviously this is a question which has pained many thousands of parents, and I will attempt to answer that question in this video and talk a little bit about solutions. There are two main issues, two main problems that are getting in the way of a child with special needs from walking. The first are the actual symptoms of their neurodevelopmental condition, right? So the child's brain development has been affected, their brain function has been affected by the neurodevelopmental condition, whatever it may be, whether it is cerebral palsy or brain injury or another common diagnosis for children with special needs. And that is making it difficult for the child to coordinate their movements, to gain balance. The child might be very kind of hypotonic and loose, or they might be spastic and rigid. But the actual impact on their brain development is making it difficult for them to learn how to move. And so for that reason, as part of the Doman Method at Doman International, we have programs that we've designed and used now for decades that teach the brain how it feels to move normally. The most famous of these programs is called patterning, which is an activity which teaches the child's brain how it feels to move and crawl in the proper way. The second main issue that children with special needs have is something which is completely out of their control, and that is the problem of gravity. Yes, gravity. Right? Gravity is the physical force which is essentially sucking our bodies toward the core of the earth and keeping us literally grounded. And the problem is, for children with special needs, gravity is an enemy for them to learn how to move. Why is this? Well, gravity is kind of a force pulling their bodies into the earth, and that makes it difficult for the child to begin the process of getting up onto their hands and knees, for example, and creeping, or standing upright, right, in that upright position and starting that process of crawling. Gravity is pulling us gently toward the center of the earth. And that is why the Doman Method, for decades, has designed programs that take the enemy of gravity and make it into a friend. We take the enemy of gravity and we make it into a friend. So one of our most basic physical programs, right, one of our first programs that we will utilize with immobile children is called the inclined floor. And essentially what we have done is we have created the ideal piece of equipment, which is inclined, that allows a child to learn how it feels to crawl. So unfortunately, what often happens with children who are immobile, even if they are given time on the floor, which they often are not, but even if they are, if they kind of move their arms and legs, they don't learn how to crawl forward because it's a symptom of their neurodevelopmental condition. And the problem with that is the child is learning an incorrect lesson, right? They're learning, oh, if I move my arms and legs, I don't move forward. And as we all know, that's the complete opposite of the truth. The way we all move is through moving our arms and legs. So what the inclined floor does, it takes the enemy of gravity and makes it into a friend. So now the child is put on that smooth inclined surface, and if they move their arms and legs a little bit, they will move down the inclined floor. And so the child begins to learn how it feels to move on an incline. Once they learn how to crawl on that incline, they then learn how to crawl on the flat floor. We have designed other programs that take the enemy of gravity and make it into a friend. For example, we have an anti-gravity program that helps a child learn how it feels to crawl, creep, or walk while we lessen the enemy of gravity with the anti-gravity program. We also have a program called Glenn's Ladder, named in honor of my grandfather, Glenn Doman, who designed it. And Glenn's Ladder allows children, or teaches children who are unable to walk, how it feels to walk. So the child using the ladder feels how it feels to stand in an upright position, and their brain and their muscles learn how it feels to sustain their own weight in that standing position and how to walk forward. So, in short, the two main reasons why kids with special needs have difficulty learning to walk is first, the symptoms of their neurodevelopmental condition, and for that we need to teach them how it feels to move in the best possible way. And then the second issue is gravity, and for that we need to take the enemy of gravity and make it into a friend. And that is why the Doman Method has been the most successful method over 6 decades in teaching immobile children how to walk.